It was a privilege to promote this fight, and it was a privilege to work with you, Paul. Thank you.
Thanks very much, everyone, for a great turnout. Sorry to keep you waiting there, but I don't know what to say really. I don't know if it's sunk in yet. I think that's going to be a fight that defines part of my career. You know, I want to be involved in big fights. I've just made history. You know, I'm the only ever Northern Irishman to win world titles at 2 different weight divisions. I've just beat an unbelievable fighter in Leo Santa Cruz, a 3-weight world champion. You know, it was the toughest fight of my career. But I hope it was an exciting fight. It felt like it was an exciting fight. I felt like I'd done enough to win. I think one of the judges maybe, you know, had it a little bit wider than normal, I'm going to be honest, than it should have been. I think I won by 2 or 3 rounds, but I could have made it easier on myself, but you know, I fought with my heart sometimes rather than my head. But I wanted to be involved in one of them fights, and I think people will remember that for a very long time.
Any questions?
Carl, Chris Conor here with the Fight City. You've always been a shadow of either a Conor McGreogor, a Tyson Fury. You now have 2 big wins, one over Scott Quigg, now this one over Leo Santa Cruz. Do you feel now you're now the face of Irish combat sports, whether it's boxing or MMA, you're now the guy?
I don't know. I'm up there, you know. I don't want to be big-headed. I think it's hard to surpass Conor McGreogor, if I'm being honest. He's a pretty big name, but I don't know if Tyson Fury, is he Irish or English or what? I don't know. He is what he wants to be. I seen him supporting England at the Euros, so you know, it's hard to surpass McGregor, though. He's a huge name, but I think I'm getting close.
Carl, congratulations on the win. John Gallon, ring observer. Okay.
Carl, first of all, for the whole team, congratulations. You had a lot of people here in USC supporting you. Did that influence you at all to just keep going? So you were like a machine the whole night.
Yeah, of course it helps, you know, and I understand that these people have paid a lot of money to get out here. It's not cheap to get to New York from back home, especially after the football, the European Championships. People paid a lot of money to go to the Euros. I think that probably affected how many tickets we actually sold. But you know, they spurred me on and helped me a lot, and the noise was great in there. It felt like, it really felt like a good fight. Yeah, the crowd got behind both of us, me and Leo Santa Cruz, and I was very, very happy with it.
So I'm sure you'd have to thank Barry, thank Shane. You did a wonderful job.
Yeah, I have to thank my whole team.
We have to thank you for giving us this.
Well, thank you.
Len, go on, just talk. Just stand up and ask.
Carl,
you said that you felt like you stayed at 122 too long, but in retrospect, you think everything kind of worked out the way it was supposed to. You said when you got knocked down by Gonzalez, that's when you were able to make the fight with Quigg and subsequently make this fight. And you made a big splash on U.S. soil. You think kind of in retrospect that everything worked out?
I think so. Like Leo Santa Cruz hit me with better shots than Alejandro Gonzalez hit me with. That was just me boiling myself down to 122 pounds, and it was just having a negative effect on my performance, and that's it really. I finished strong there tonight. I think me fighting Leo Santa Cruz at 122 pounds would have had that in the engine. I don't know. I would have tried my best, but I think that getting down to that weight was killing me a little bit. So, in retrospect, looking back, it was better for me to be up here at 126.
Carl, is there a rematch clause in place, and is it a good idea to jump right back in the ring with Leo?
I don't think there's a rematch clause in place, but well, I don't know. It would be a great fight. It would be one that I'd be happy to do. I would love to bring him over to Belfast so that you could sell out a stadium. You need to do it the right time of the year, obviously, because it's not always very hot there. So, I see Lee Selby's here, a great fighter, someone I respect. You know, I've been singing his praises for a very, very long time. He's one of the best UK fighters. I've always said that. that's a fight that interests me. Gary Russell, all these guys. You know, I just want to be involved in big fights, memorable fights against top class fighters. I don't need to be disrespectful to guys. I just want to get on with it. And someone says to me, yes, I think it was Lewis actually said to me yesterday, real fighters fight, and that's what I want to do.
What was the thinking on what was going on with the judges scoring? I mean, it seemed like both you guys were just fighting as if it was in peril in the 12th round.
Yeah, I was told by my trainer to go out and win the last round. You never know how the judges have it, and I think I did win the last round. I wanted to stamp my authority on it and show people that I'm still in here, and I wasn't going to let Leo Santa Cruz push me around. But you know, I got a few harsh words spoken to me in the corner. I was making it difficult for myself sometimes, and I was fighting with my heart rather than my head. But you know, I'll not do that again. I'll listen a wee bit more. But I think, you know, it was a good fight.
Probably 2 times now that you were fighting with your heart at times rather than your head. What was the game plan going into the fight, and how did you make that work?
The game plan was distance control, but to hit him hard and make him, you know, get my respect from the start. I think I hurt him in the second round, and you know, although he was throwing a lot of punches, he wasn't throwing as much as he normally throws, and I said that the whole time. I says that this guy, once I nail him, he's not going to be, the output isn't going to be as great, and distance really, hit him hard. Distance control and punching hard. That was mainly the game plan, and fight when I had to fight.
Mike Coppinger, USA Today. Hey Carl, you know, we've seen guys like Jackal and Ricky Hatton before you. Once they, you know, got a big win like this in the US, they didn't really go back to the UK to fight much. They just kept fighting here over and over and establish themselves. What do you want to do? I want to fight here, but I want to fight at home. I would like to fight in Belfast at least once a year. But I love New York. The East Coast is very appealing to me. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to hit the West Coast as well at some stage. But I love the whole experience of fighting here. But you know, I'm a Belfast boy. I love my fans back home. I don't want to have to spend so much money to come and see me all the time, and I would like to fight at least once a year at home. Vegas would be nice too, yeah, why not? But I've said it before, and I wasn't just saying it because it was here, but New York and the East Coast is more appealing to me than Vegas.
Carl, straight back. Dan Rayfield from ESPN, congratulations on your win.
Thanks, Don.
With this victory, you made a bit of Irish history. I wondered if you've had any time to think about what it means in your country's boxing history, which has been great for many, many decades, centuries maybe, but you're the first guy to do what you did tonight by getting that second title.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
I don't know if it's sunk in yet. I think that when I get back home, and you know, tomorrow I'm planning on doing something for the travel and support to come out, and we're going to a pub and stuff. It hasn't really sunk in yet, you know. It's when I get home, I think it'll hit me a bit more. But it's a huge achievement, you know. I'm just a normal guy, you know, working class who can fight a wee bit, and that's it. That's it.
Larry, I'd like to hear your opinion about that also. You of course know the Irish history of boxing as well as anybody, and you were a champion also. What's your take on Carl's accomplishment tonight?
I said a long time ago, I think Frampton could be the greatest Irish fighter that there's ever been. Tonight was the greatest night of his life. We knew it would be a fight that would really make him stand out. We knew it would be a tough fight. I think Shane got the tactics with Carl absolutely brilliant. It was a spectacular performance, and maybe we're thinking about trainer of the year here already, and fighter of the year as well. So we're thrilled, absolutely. And I genuinely believe this kid will go on to be the greatest Irish fighter that there has ever been.
Okay, hey Carl, John Gallon, Ring Observer. Just wanted to ask you real quick, Carl.
Right here.
It was thought going in that you might have a little bit of a difficulty at this weight class. How strong did you feel at 126, and did he ever hurt you during the fight?
He could punch a bit, you know. When he hit me on the end of his shots, you could definitely feel it, and I respected his punching power, but I knew that 126 was going to suit me better. People thought that, you know, it's going to be difficult for me to jump up against someone like Leo Santa Cruz. But you know, I finished my amateur career as a featherweight. Leo started his professional career as a super bantamweight. So I believe, as a bantam, I believe that on the night I was a bigger man than him. I believe I was stronger. I was able to push him back when I wanted to, but I knew that this was going to suit me. I just full of energy all week, pretty easy making the weight, so I was happy with it.
You know, I know it's not this kind of big money fight and it's high risk, low reward, but since the fight, Rigondeaux, wherever runs his Twitter account, has called to fight you again. Do you see that fight happening in the future, or?
I don't know. Look, I'm happy to fight anyone, and I genuinely am. I would fight anyone, but I want to be involved in exciting fights. You know, I had a bit of a stinker with Scott Quigg, and I didn't want to be involved in another fight with Rigo that would have been another stinker. And then people start to think this guy is boring, and they start to not like me, you know. So I want to be involved in big fights, and whoever my team put in front of me, and this is an important thing, and I don't think boxers speak about it enough. I have a young family. I have 2 young kids and a wife at home. I want to be financially rewarded, because this is a short career. I'm 29, I have a few years left in me. I want to live a comfortable life after boxing. Rigo doesn't bring a pound to the table. That's just the way it is. He's an unbelievable fighter, but I'm being honest, there's no money in the fight. So, thank you.
Carl, we talked about before, you were in the catbird seat now. You're the one who can either make Lee Selby, Leo Santa Cruz. You have Scott Quigg who wants a rematch, who spoke with him. I know that Gary Russell Jr. wants a fight. What is that like now, having the power where you can basically dictate this division? You can tell them where to go, what to do. You want to fight in Belfast. What is it like being the king of a division?
I don't know, because you know, I just won the title recently, so I don't know yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, former featherweight champion of the world, Leo Santa Cruz. Great fighter. Guys, Leo's going to take a couple of questions, so if anyone wants, there's a couple of questions for Leo right now.
You know, it was a great fight. Like I said, I know it was going to be a tough fight. Frampton's a great fighter, not a great fighter, but also a great person. I respect that. And you know, it was a pretty tough fight. You go around either way. So I just won the rematch. Like I said, wherever he wants. I won in LA, but if he wants in Belfast, I could go to Belfast anywhere. I'm going to go up 100% more, but ready.
Leo, you stated before that you like fighting in the West Coast, like fighting in Texas, closer to your fans, just like Carl had mentioned, wanting to fight in Ireland. In the rematch clause, where would you want to fight if, and you probably want a rematch as well?
Yeah, no, that's true. Like I said, I would have won the rematch. I was in LA. We came over here to New York. He had almost other people behind him, you know, other Irish people here. So I think that helped him a little, but you know, I don't take nothing from Frampton. He's a great champion, great fighter. I said it in the beginning, it was going to be a tough fight, and it was. But we won the rematch, and hopefully, you know, wins in LA.
Leo, what was he doing to make it such a tough fight for you, and how did you try to adjust to that?
I think, you know, he was moving. He had good footwork, like I said in the beginning, great footwork and everything. He got good movement. And my dad wanted me to box him, but you know, I think my game plan was to put pressure in the beginning. I think that like that could have, you know, made him getting tired, and I think when I put pressure, I think I landed more punches and everything. So I think that in the rematch, we're gonna work what we did wrong, and we're gonna go out there, and since the first round, we're gonna throw everything.
Leo, in the second round when you got rocked back to the ropes, what did that do to you?
Then I just, you know, it woke me up, you know, to go out there and just put more pressure, you know, go at it and give it all I got.
And ultimately, the ultimate credit that you give the Carl fight was what I know the power punches numbers seem to be in his favor. Did those power punches over the long haul decide this in your opinion?
No, yeah, he's that's what I said in the beginning. We had to look out for those power punches. He's a strong fighter, but you know, he got us with some good ones. Not all of them landed, but you know, he got one good shot, but you know, it is what it is.
Leo. Congrats on a great performance.
Thank you.
If there's not an immediate rematch with Carl, who would you want to fight next? If you're thinking about that at all right now.
The truth right now, I'm thinking right now it's a rematch. I'm thinking right now. I said I wanted at least LB or get the win, but you know it didn't happen. So right now, I could think of is the rematch against Frampton, and hopefully we get it.
Leo, Chris Conor here with the Fight City. Usually you go and just overwhelm people with, your volume, your power. Did you ever get frustrated that, you kept throwing punches at Frampton, he's just still there. He's firing back, and usually guys break after the 6th or 7th round.
Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, I kind of got frustrated, but I think I didn't come out here and did my game plan. I got a little bit maybe frustrated because my dad wanted me to box. He said that to keep on the outside. I wanted to go inside and brawl, so I didn't. I think I was using more the distance stuff, but it wasn't working. So when I went out and put pressure, I think that worked more for me. So I think in the rematch, if we get it, we're gonna put pressure in the first round, and I think they're gonna win us a fight a lot easier.
All right, that's